Okay, I am back from up north. I'm in Michigan. I'm in like Grand Blanc, Michigan area. So we go to Escoda at least once a year, which is about 2 hours north. And we went Labor Day weekend, which we normally don't go on Labor Day weekend because it's just so crazy. But we did this time, and I hit garage sales all the way up and all the way back, and I got so many good deals. So let's see what I got together. Starting off strong with this adorable little goose cookie jar. Like, how cute is that? I don't know if I'm gonna keep this bonnet on. It's kind of loosey-goosey. I'll probably take it off and just tie around like some blue and white plaid ribbon. So cute though. I'm gonna say that 95% of what I got today is to resell, but there are a few things that I picked up just for me because I love them, including this adorable swan. You know that I have a swan fetish. I'm in my swan era here in my 40s, and I already have a big swan planter, and oh, I guess I can take this tag off now. And I found a little one that matches, so she's gonna go in my house next to it. I'll have to post a picture. Little grab and go things for my booth. Anything that is like that gorgeous pink or blue green depression glass. This was in mint condition. And then I found another little heart hook. This is really strong right now, like especially with like a lot of younger people, the cottage core, the heart cutouts, the geese, all the things that we had in our home in the 90s that we thought were pretty ugly. This is one of the favorite things that I bought. It is this gorgeous teapot, and it has the English stamp down at the bottom for the blue Nordic. Pristine condition. This I just got for a steal. It is so beautiful. And I got the matching creamer and sugar. So just absolutely love this. Again, whenever I'm shopping and I see blue and white, chances are if it's blue and white, I'm gonna grab it just because I love that, whether it's I'm selling it or it's in my own home. But of course, I always look for that stamp at the bottom. This has the J&G Meakin, and it has the England stamp on it, so bonus. Love these. I will never pass on brass, and I will never pass on copper. Picked up this copper pot. I think this is the most I paid for something all weekend, and I didn't pay a lot, but I did pay up a little bit for this one. I just love anything copper. This is an odd thing to grab, but I always grab these vintage brushes. They make great little stuffers in my booth if there's something I don't know what to put in it. They sell pretty good, maybe around between $8 and $11. I'll sell these. I also grabbed another horsehair brush that I already labeled for my booth, but I always grab these. Speaking of the love for cottage core, this is so adorable. It's an old vintage key hook. I'm gonna guess 80s on this one. And it has the geese there, like with their little flowers in their mouth. So cute. And then there was another one that went with it, and this one just had the butterfly. This could be 70s, very possible. But how cute are these? Even if you don't hang your keys on them, they're so sweet. I've never really seen anything like this before. It's wood carved and painted, but very, very unique. Picked up this basket. This basket these little things like this go great in my booth. It had some really ugly Dollar Tree fake silk flowers in it. I pulled them all out. I'm gonna fill it with something fresh for fall and put it in there. These are great. I actually use one of these on my door instead of like a wood door hanger. I see a lot of people switching to baskets and floral, so I always pick up these kind of flat baskets with the storage. Those are a lot of fun for your door. More copper. I had like 3 sales in a row where I just grabbed copper. So a pan and then these 2 sauce pots. Copper sells really good for me on Etsy. Usually I put it on there, especially pots and pans, and they're gone within a week. So I'm gonna get these listed. So cute. And things like copper and brass, most of those things, depending on what they are, they will go online as opposed to a booth. I'm gonna make a lot more online with brass and copper than I am in like a little antique booth. So just a tip with those. I picked up these cute little set of 4. They're just like little brass, I guess almost like little appetizer trays. I'm trying to see what it says on the back there. But again, maybe a couple bucks for these. Another good thing to throw on Etsy. Up in Escoda, there's a Goodwill, and I always stop at that one. I love it. I didn't get much from there. It was so busy because it was a holiday weekend. And I'm somebody who goes to the thrift store on like Mondays and Tuesdays in the morning when they first open and it's quiet. But I did find this little gem. I'm gonna keep this one and fill it with candy corn and peanuts, but how cute is that? Just a large ceramic peanut, the squirrel, is the nut holder, and it was very clean inside. And this is something, especially whether I'm reselling it or I'm keeping it, even if it looks great on the outside, I always check for the inside of things, especially if they're gonna hold food, just to make sure that they're clean or cleanable. This is heavy, it is solid brass. It is like, everything is bows and geese right now, and this is like the croquette bow. It is solid brass. I got this for a steal, but I was so bummed because there were two of them on the table, but one of them they had painted over in white and like done a really bad job. So I just grabbed the one. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this one and put it up somewhere, like it comes ready to hang on the back, but just love this. I never pass on little things like this. This was a set, it was all together, and they're just little, I'm gonna guess these are 70s, maybe 80s, but it's got the pear, and then this one has the pear with a bite out of it, and this one has just the core. And I don't know, I love little things like this. This was in such excellent condition. Another piece that I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep and maybe put in my kitchen or just put in my booth, but this is a great booth piece. I feel like everything I show, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not because I want to keep everything, but I started this business because I can't keep everything, but this is really cool. It is an old cross stitch. Probably be helpful if I had it the right way. Just says simple gifts. And I don't know, I just love this. And it's so very lightweight. Just be so cute to hang at like the end of a hallway. So I don't know, I'm thinking about this one. And if I do keep it, the rule is if I keep it, I have to know exactly where it's gonna go. I can't just keep it and like store it. It's like, if you're gonna keep it, it's gotta go up. I went to one garage sale and they just had boxes of books and they were like, they're free. Please just take them. I love Kristen Hanna. She is one of my absolute favorite writers. And they had some of her not as famous books there, but they were free. So I got Night Road and Magic Hour, which I have heard are both really good. So I'm like, for free, Kristen Hanna, yeah, I'll do that. And then I picked up this Streams in the Desert. I love the little Streams in the Desert, like the old vintage devotionals, and this is just a really old one too. Sometimes these old hardback Streams in the Deserts can go for a lot of money. This one I'm probably just gonna keep, but they were all free, so how could I not? I picked up this little crock, so this is really cute because it's just the crock, which I have an obsession with these two, but I also have like the platter underneath, and I thought that was a great deal. Something like this will probably go in my booth just because I can fill it with florals or whatever. They're just great grab and go. Crocks sell great online and in my booth for me. And I also keep a lot of crocks just because I love to decorate with like the bigger ones on my porch. This I might actually give to my husband just because I thought it was cool. It's an old cigar tin box. I don't know what the value of this one, but some of these can go for a lot of money. And this is for my booth, just fun little old vintage books. This one's Zoology. I loved these books when I was little. I don't even know what it's worth online, but you remember the little golden books, and they had all the different guides. Love these. I went to a sale and she had a box full of the blue and white. It was a mix of Courier and Ives and Blue Willow. And I just made her an offer for the whole box. It was dirt cheap. And I got a bunch of mugs, a bunch of saucers, some creamers, sugars. Still have to go through it all. I still definitely need to wash it. But I never pass on blue and white either. If it's a good deal and it's either Courier and Ives or Blue Willow, I'm gonna take it home. So something that sells for me really good online that I really didn't expect for it to sell. So my husband has a junk removal clean out business, and every once in a while he goes and he does like a full house where, you know, people have gone in and they've grabbed a few things, but they want to sell the house. They want everything gone. So a year ago he did one, and there were like so many of these old 70s and 80s brass frames. I mean, just so many. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to bundle them up and just list some of them and see how they do. All of them were gone within 30 days. So now I know to pick up the old 70s and 80s brass frames. I was at a garage sale and a lady gave me a whole stack of these for like $1 or $2. So these go for good money. If you're selling them online though, just watch your shipping because they get very heavy. So make sure you charge correctly for shipping. I didn't pick up a lot of clothing, and I'm pretty picky about the clothing that I pick up. If it's gonna go online, it has to be a certain price amount, a certain, you know, era, all that stuff. But I did pick up this cool vintage, it's an Abercrombie and Fitch, perfect for this time of year. I love that the inside is like different, really great Abercrombie and Fitch. I think I got this for $1. Ralph Lauren, just button-up shirt. I'm gonna think, this is definitely a men's shirt, but I mean, it's cozy enough where a woman could throw it on with some linen pants and go to the beach. This is a Cambridge classic, and I actually picked this one up for my booth just because of the style. It might be worth something too, but this was purely like just a style pickup. In my booth, I pick up things more for style. Online, I pick up more brands, more vintage brands, things that have a higher value. I told you I love Currier and Ives. Last week, I picked up this little fall plate, and it was just very random and very cheap, and I was like, oh, I wish I had a winter one. And then when I was garage selling this week, I found a little winter plate. I might keep this one in the fall one because, again, my favorite thing about Currier and Ives are the little seasonal like scenes that they have in a lot of their plates and cups and dishes. So I loved this one. Okay, art. I didn't pick up a ton of art, but I really loved what I picked up this weekend in my travels. I picked up this little 5x7 with the mallard ducks. Again, very cottagecore, very rustic, very cabin themed. I picked up this old print. I just love it. I love the frame in there. Very just old world, early 1900s schoolhouse. It has this kind of framing, and again, you want to look at the backs, but again, for $1 or $2, I thought this was really cute. It needs to be definitely dusted off. This piece, they had a big sticker on the front. I need to clean the glass. I love when you get a piece though, and it's all sealed and it has like the details. This is from the 1800s, and it's an oil on wood, and this was in the Chicago Art Museum. And I just love it. It's just like all these people on the beach watching the sailboats. I never pass on beautiful oil paintings, especially when they're floral. This is definitely more of a springtime, but I think we could get away with fall vibes on this. And again, I always look at the back. Finally, I don't know if this is a piece I would normally pick up, but I just really thought it was so beautiful for fall and thought if it's gonna sell, it's gonna sell in the fall. It's actually called Muskegon's Twins. Muskegon is a city here in Michigan, probably about 2 hours from me. And I just thought it was so beautiful, and I thought, what a cool fall piece. The frame is heavy. The frame is worth what I picked this up for alone, but just such a cool piece. I'm gonna put this in my booth, and I, again, just think it's great for fall. These, I have not decided if I'm gonna put them online or take them to my booth. They're really not, I don't know, I guess they could pass, I mean, they're definitely more springy, but you could get away with them in the fall, but you know, the 70s and the butterflies and the monarchs and all that, so popular. And I found a set of these in pristine condition. These are pretty large, probably like a 12 by 16, but these are gorgeous. They're on like the wood. These I picked up at a Goodwill. But I just love this set, and I'll have to do comps and see where it makes sense where I put these. All right, I had so much fun traveling up north this weekend. We had great family time and went with my husband. He got out and went to a lot of these sales with me. It's really fun to do that together. I think I got some great stuff. I can't wait to put it in my home, put it in my booth, get it on my Etsy shop for you. So thank you so much for watching. And if you have not already hit that subscribe button, please do. I'm a vintage reseller in Michigan. I'm Brass Bunny Vintage. I do thrift hauls. I do reseller tips and tricks. I teach you how to sell on Etsy. And I just show you the ins and outs of a vintage reseller and what everyday life looks like. So thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.